Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Arlington Cooks. My name is David Morrison. Today we're going to be discussing how to chop a shallot. First of all, what is a shallot? Alright, I'll hold this up to the camera as best I can. This is a shallot. I just broke it apart, but normally it's joined at the base. They look a little bit like very large green onions. What is a shallot? A shallot is a type of, it's not a type of onion, but it is in the onion family. The flavor is very onion-like, except that a shallot is pretty much what an onion wants to be when it grows up. The shallot flavor is a really strong onion flavor, but it's a strong onion flavor without the really harsh bite that onions sometimes have. Instead, it's very buttery, smooth flavor. It's terrific. So if you have, you need to chop shallots. Here's what you do: take the shallot, cut off the stem end. That's the end that used to be the plant. Leave the root end where the roots are intact. What I usually do is that at this point then cut it in half and peel it. Now that's just where you basically take the peel off, the papery peel off the shallot. That's hard to do, and it can be. I just take off the very outer layer of skin. It's not going to cause you to miss too much of the shallot, and it's going to save you a great deal in frustration. All right, so once you've peeled it, you'll see the shallot. Usually most shallots are going to be this sort of purplish color. All right, you take the shallot, holding obviously the flat end on the board. You take your knife and cut into the shallot towards the roots. And the more cuts you make, or the narrower you want that your dice is going to be, or your chop is going to be on this vegetable. So once you've done that, you then make horizontal cuts the same way, but again, not all the way to the root. And that gives you this. You've made these cuts in the shallots, so now when you go to chop them like this, keeping your fingers tucked under so that they're out of the way of the blade, you've got a very nice, even small chop or dice on this shallot. Sometimes there's some that you might miss. You just come in with your knife and do that. Take care of that. And if you find that it's still not small enough for you, you can just take your fingers and keeping them carefully out of the way of the blade. Just keep them like that. Alright, so again, it's holding the shallot down, come in, you make a series of cuts toward the root. You then gather it together, make sure it's not going anywhere on you. Make a series of cuts this way, again toward the root, but not all the way through. I cut too far on that one. And then keeping your fingers underneath and away from the blade, you just cut them into small chops or dice like that. Discard the root. If you've had some that have gotten away from you, then you can just use your knife to chop them up like that. And they're ready to be sauteed or mixed into something, whatever you like. And basically the same approach is how you can chop onions, how you can chop anything that has that kind of stem end, root end, and bulbous kind of thing. Cut it in half, and then make horizontal cuts toward the root, make vertical cuts toward the root, and then cut it crosswise. You'll get a very uniform dice or small chop of the vegetable. Thanks for coming to Arlington Cooks. Have a good day.